All organizations learn and possess knowledge. This knowledge is dispersed in the relationship between people and information resources and is usually an organization's greatest asset. Organizational knowledge sharing practices account for all formal and informal activities through which knowledge is created and shared within an organization. Knowledge sharing is a stage in the knowledge management cycle. In its simplest form, knowledge management is an organization's ability to identify, acquire, create, organize, share, and use knowledge to create value within that organization. Knowledge sharing is about creating an organizational culture where people are the driving force, and information can be captured, codified, and shared such that the right knowledge can be retrieved and applied by the right person at the right time. Organizational knowledge is becoming an increasingly valuable asset in today's hyper-competitive market. It can be a source of strategic advantage through the ability to create, share, and disseminate new knowledge into innovative products and technologies. Knowledge is unique in that its value grows as it is shared. It can be given away time after time, but is never lost by its original owner. Organizational knowledge can be distinguished from knowledge in an educational setting in that it is action-oriented, contextual, and collective by nature. It is unique to each organization and difficult to replicate, as no two companies have followed the same path and history of learning experiences. Knowledge can be categorized into two types: tacit knowledge and explicit knowledge. Tacit knowledge is dynamic. It is knowledge that is embedded in the experiences and expertise of individuals, as well as in the beliefs, values, and culture of the respective organization. Explicit knowledge is codified in organizational resources such as documents, policies, artifacts, and procedures. It is tangible and can be identified and measured more easily than tacit knowledge. Although tacit knowledge is more difficult to capture, it is more valuable than explicit knowledge as it contributes more heavily towards intellectual capital. Tacit knowledge also requires trust and relationships in order to be shared effectively. An effective knowledge-sharing strategy relies heavily on social components such as organizational culture and internal networks. Technology also plays an important part of the process, and for this reason, selecting implementing tools and technologies to improve the flow of knowledge should be carefully considered. There are several technologies an organization might choose to use to support knowledge sharing. These range from basic tools such as email, databases, intranet, and knowledge repositories, to more complex tools such as knowledge management systems and workflow technologies. Selected technologies should be accessible and be easily integrated into workflows while remaining flexible enough to foster interaction between sources of knowledge. Adequate training, incentive plans, and support from management are also required to ensure knowledge-sharing applications are implemented smoothly. A strong internal network ensures that employees are aware of who holds certain knowledge within the organization and how to reach them to access the necessary information they are seeking. Knowledge sharing naturally occurs along existing connections within an organization, and an effective knowledge sharing strategy will create more of these links. Communities of practice are groups of people with shared backgrounds and expertise who are driven by a common goal, coming together to share and learn from each other, either in person or virtually. There are many benefits to creating communities of practice, including increased performance and productivity, as well as faster, smarter decision-making and innovation. An efficient knowledge-sharing process enables companies to develop and sustain a valuable competitive advantage in their market. Improving the flow of knowledge should be at the forefront of strategic planning for organizations through both technological and social initiatives that can improve overall knowledge-sharing practices.
Created using Powtoon.